play. You're on YouTube. Congratulations.
Here we go. Holy moly. When it says like red, it's what we do right there, right there, right there. And there we are. Good morning, everybody. It's me, San Martin, and Eric in the saga of whatever's going on in our world today. We have COVID, we have elections, and what other day do we have today, Eric?
We have Men Make Dinner Day.
All right, there we go.
You're on the hook now. You guess what you're doing?
I'm making dinner. I actually got a good idea for what's going to be for dinner. I actually like cooking. It's one of my favorite pastimes.
I was thinking that you were going to say Taco Bell.
Nah, says he don't eat Taco Bell. She ain't no Taco
Good for
Bell.
her. Good for her. Or maybe Chick-fil-A because I hear they're counting votes. But okay, we won't go there. We won't go there. Maybe they're busy, so let's not go there.
Shit, look at Haley's already on it, dude. You got yourself in a mess.
Yeah, I was hoping she was going to join the thing late, so that way she didn't hear that part.
No, you had choices today to go ahead and choose whatever day you wanted to call it, but you decided to call it that one. And
the other ones were pretty bad.
Well, I mean, I guess you have your taste of badness.
Yeah. So pick your poison, San Martin.
So today is kind of crazy. I got a new little setup, so if it looks a little bit weird, it's because it is. That's how I like to be, a little bit like weird, change things up. But I actually extended the desk so we have more room to work.
It looks good. It looks really good. There's like a nice background behind you, and you have this nice aura around your head from the sunlight.
Yeah, see, this is what it's all about, man. Ooh. And it's a good background. But anyways, I guess what we are all wanting to know what the heck is going on with the elections, and it's just like
I've got some news about local elections. We had some changes.
Yeah, there you go. I guess that's the one that I want to talk about. But the one I really want to talk about is how in the world do they? It's like a knife stuck in your back. And it just sits there.
I've never, ever remember it taking this long before, San Martin.
Well, it is what it is. I guess you got numbers up, huh, Eric?
It is. I got the numbers up. So yesterday, again, these are preliminary. These are not certified, but they're this is right off the county website right now. But the big change here is yesterday we were reporting that Regina was ahead of Eric out in Chino Valley. And take a look at this. It looks like Eric pulled ahead, but we're talking like very few votes between them. So I don't know, what the counts are in or if they're done counting completely, but wow, that's a big change. I don't think there's been too many other changes locally. These are all some big spans here.
45 between Eric and Regina.
Yeah. Can you believe that? That's crazy.
Well, I mean, you know what? They're two good people. We've obviously got to know them and listen to some of their ideas and stuff. And I mean, good people that are wanting to live in the neighborhood, want to make the place better. So hopefully, everybody that's sitting on that council is there for that. It looked like it said a 4-year term, so I see that happening. That's a long time.
It is, but there's all kinds of stuff here. Just so everybody knows, because we don't have a whole lot of time to go through it all. The county has a website that's pretty up to date. It's real time. It's what they call interactive. Talks about we had 165,000 registered voters, and it's saying 100% reporting right now. So I don't see too many changes to this. Voter turnout of registered voters, 81.55% turned out this year. That's pretty big.
Yeah, it's a huge statement. I mean, once again, we're all sitting here wondering, what the heck is going on. And I mean, it's kind of crazy that how a lot of people are kind of like left out of what is actually happening in our communities and especially in our world, in our county. Listening to like foreign countries talk about, the election in America. It's funny because they're obviously getting their info from whoever's actually giving it to them from our area. But how do you kind of like prepare anybody for what is happening? You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's just really hard to kind of be a part of this scenario. And here we are, Eric. Trying to go and decipher which way do we want to run. How are the stock markets? You were actually a big watcher of stock markets. Are they like not knowing what to do, or are they just
No, it's going crazy, San Martin, and it's going crazy because they think Biden's going to win, and there's going to be a big stimulus package. Is kind of where it's at right now, and they forget that there's 3 more months of deadlock in Congress and everything else going on. I don't think. I mean, I think it's just a thought, which is I think that the market's going to go down to some once people get past this election high. So we'll see. But right now, it's going crazy. It's almost back to what it was 3 weeks ago before everybody started freaking out about the coronavirus numbers again.
Well, I mean, obviously, we've been hearing a lot of things from around the way, such as our good old toilet paper, our
Yeah,
good old.
I went to Costco Monday night. Nothing. They had nothing. No toilet paper, no TP, no eggs. It was crazy. It was like a flashback to March.
And you know how people say, keep your ears to the ground, and there's a reason for this saying, and it's kind of like you watch what's going on around you. So, I mean, we can't be too fake over here, and excuse me, in regards to what is happening. I mean, once again, we started the morning off on the election day in regards to how it's happened in the past and what's been going on here locally and in Prescott over the past. And once again, we go back to normal as normal people, but it feels like there's a lot of like uncertainty that are happening. I mean, even with the COVID and the rise, I got word the other day that they opened up another location in the Prescott Hospital for COVID patients. And don't get me wrong, it's only like I think there's 17 people that are
In
said to have COVID.
in YRMRC West, there's I think 15 patients and two possibles. The
Yeah,
East version, which is in Prescott Valley, they only had two and two, I think.
yeah, I can go ahead and give you guys all that report, but we were
Let's
kind
hear it.
of just sitting on it. We don't really talk about it, and we have like numbers, like we get numbers every day, and the things that they like to say to us is obviously the positives and exactly what's going on. And I guess you got 15, like Eric said, with two persons under investigation, and the East Campus has one. So it's not a significant amount of people, but
It
once
is to the hospital, San Martin. That hospital's tiny. Our hospital is small. People don't realize how small these hospitals are.
Yeah, it looks like they're getting ready to rebuild another a wing over there because they erected the parking garage, acknowledging that there's going to be more need for parking. So that means more buildings. So we'll see what happens. And not to mention, we're getting that other one being built over off of is it Willow Creek?
The banner.
Yes, Banner.
Yeah, that and we didn't talk about it, but the city did approve their height variance, so it's going to be a tall building.
Yeah,
It's going to be
that's
like a full size Phoenix hospital.
wow. Well, and they feel like it's not going to be too like crazy out there in that location. But once again, I also heard that was going to be the new downtown Prescott.
They're
I,
trying to move it out there. I know if you watch the city council moving meetings, they're trying to get all the building and all the development out by the airport.
yep. And so there you guys have it. You guys heard it here first. So basically, what's going on is that people are in need to know information, and something that we've been really, really like kind of like, we've been covering on our morning show what has actually been going on as far as events and happy times and happy things that are happening in Prescott. So, we could talk about all that stuff that's happening here, but once again, go to the Prescott Times
Yeah.
and you'll be able to find all that crazy information. And then, anytime that I put out any information that has to deal with COVID, oh my gosh, man, the backlash on our pages is out of control.
Well,
And
it's crazy. You got me on a tangent. You had me a squirrel. I
yeah,
stumbled on a web page that talks about YRMC, and can you realize they do 1.4 billion dollars in medical billings a year? That's insane for the Prescott area.
it's definitely not insane, man. It costs like $3,000 just to
Yeah.
go to the emergency room to ask a question. So
You're right. You're right. And so they have 206 total beds, and that's for everything: surgeries, emergency room, ICUs. And last year they did 11,843 discharges, and that's just the West Campus. That's crazy.
That is crazy. Well, you know what's even crazier? You know how we've been talking about it? We actually put it out on the news release that we got from Chino Valley, and the Chino Valley information officer ends up sending us some information about what has happened in Chino Valley, and you know how we've been talking about it in the morning show that obviously when people go back to school, you're going to have these issues that somebody's going to come in and they're going to test positive, and guess what ends up happening if you test positive? And we got backlash for that. Like, of course you said it was going to happen, San Martin or Prescott Times, but we did. So let me go ahead and read you this that came out of the Chino Valley Unified School District. It was Chino Valley High School student was feeling ill at school on October 27th, 2020. The student's guardian was contacted and picked up. The student then later informed Chino Valley High School staff that the student tested positive for COVID-19. There you go. As a precaution and following Center for Disease Control Prevention (CDC) guidelines, Chino Valley High School staff notified persons who may have come in contact with the student, advising them to observe a 14-day quarantine process. This was determined based on seating charts provided by the staff and included 28 students and one staff member.
Oh, that staff things. That's the tough part.
And so, uh, here you guys go. It's one of those things that is going to be a constant little circle until they come up with obviously a solution to this issue. We were hoping that somebody getting put into the presidency would stop this. I have my predictions of what's going to happen, and I can kind of feel that prediction. But with what has happened in the past and what's happening around the world, such as the UK and stuff, they're closing down everything. They're basically going back to lockdown. So trends happen, and so not knowing exactly what's going on with all that. I mean, we're still dealing with the new vaccines that are supposed to come out.
They were
So
supposed to be out by the election, San Martin.
the end of November actually was what we got from the Yavapai County Health Department. So
Okay.
that, with that being said, we're once again in that limbo mode where they are going to have some, but I don't know if I think somebody was saying that this is obviously hearsay, is that the sickest people are going to be the only ones that will be able to receive this.
Yeah, I think they're talking elderly and most at risk people are the ones that are they're going to put the vaccine into play first.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know, San Martin. It's funny you talk about Europe and in these other things, and I generally look to those places for, hey, that's our future, right? That whatever's going on there, it will come here, like we did to China. But I just don't see this country locking down again. I can't see it. I can't see that people are willing to do it, and we have so many more things at our disposal that we didn't have back in March. We have masks everywhere. We have, ways to treat this. We have things. I mean, call me. I could be wrong, but I don't know that our country is going to go back that way.
Yeah. Chris, I don't know what source you're meaning. We've been talking about a
No,
lot of
there's
stuff.
no, there's a person above your comment there that posted a long post about some election stuff, about election fraud, and Chris I think was asking for their source.
Yeah. Pepe, nice profile picture, man. But yeah, I guess 15 people got well, 28 actually. Well, 28 people have been suspected of it. So they got to go in quarantine for 14 days, even if they don't have the even if they don't have any symptoms. I mean, I don't know, man. Once again, this
I
is
thought with the test, quarantining was out. I thought if you tested positive, then you got to quarantine. But if you tested negative, I thought it was like, all right, you're good to go. You're good to go back to normal kind of thing.
yeah, I don't know. Once again, man, I've been sitting here thinking to myself, like, maths. I suck at math. I suck at a way that people like to go ahead and do math around here. It's like, 1+1 = 5. I think that's what I've been posting, and everybody laughs at it. But I'm telling you, man, it feels like that. Like one person gets COVID, next thing you know, the whole town has to lock down. And I know that's a little bit not exactly what's happening, but guess what, man? It puts everybody on a fear level, as anybody has ever acknowledged. I mean, when you talk to business owners, this is one of their biggest fears is actually having to deal with somebody that's having COVID. Like you said right now, it was like if you got COVID, guess what? You know that, and the staff member has it, that actually hurts. So guess what? We are all in a predicament, and we need to figure out a solution. And to top it all off, we have this crazy election time. I'm just like sitting here. I'm actually posting memes as funniness, and I'm getting backlash for that. I can't even be
Or
right
you
now.
got to be funny. You got to have a light heart because we got nothing else right now, San Martin.
Yeah, you have to have some sort of I don't know. I really don't know. It's not like
Outlet, comical relief. How about that? Maybe we do. Maybe we just need to do another comedy show.
no, I really don't think so because everybody will get a comedy show like, oh my God, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel like being human and being able to go ahead and just like be yourself and just be like, you know what, this is another election. You know, everybody's gonna have their feel goods and upsets, and then we move on with our lives. We fall in love. We fall in love with, you know, a new dish of food. I mean, stuff like we actually care about, you know, food. I'm a food dude, and I love to laugh. I mean, there's no better combo for San Martin. I'm an easygoing guy. The only time that I get upset is when I start seeing stuff. I'm just like, oh, like this morning, I just told you, I was like, San Martin needs to be offline. Like, I do not need to be online. I
Yeah.
just
Well, we could start. We could start because this year, no doubt, San Martin, it's been one of the craziest years I think I can ever remember. But maybe we should start a countdown to 2021 because we're almost there. We're in the home stretch now.
it was like, I'm still,
Instead of counting up shows, we'll count down to the end of the year.
yeah, we should do something like that. But I'm just telling you, I feel like we could actually make that a real deal, but it's just like so many things are just blocking that. And I'm saddened by that. And I'm just like, oh God. Like we're doing so amazing over here at the salon. Like the construction is like almost done. You know how awesome that is for me to say? Like as I say the other day, I was like, okay, so construction mode is out. Now we have to set it up. And that's the reason why you know, the whole like, you know, the whole desk area is like different because now it's like, you know, workable for such the capacity of information that we have going on over here. I mean, there is a lot of things going on. And so I had to put it all together so it's accessible. Like I want to worry about stuff like that, but I'm over here like checking the elections, like wanting to know what's going on. Like it hasn't moved since what was it, Tuesday? And I really don't know. One page is saying something different from another page. Like I'm actually impressed with Facebook. They're actually reporting online, but it hasn't done nothing. And I'm sitting here like, what's going on? And then you start seeing all the posts where people say, call this number if you feel like you've been a part of voter fraud. And then another person be like, oh, call this number and call that number, and then you get a message from the governor for a press release saying we will count every vote, and you're sitting here like, oh my God, what is going on? What happened to humanity? What happened to honesty? What happened to loyalty? What happened to the American people? Like I'm looking online and I'm starting to notice all these things, and I'm just like, you know, no matter what was present, like even when, you know, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, you have the opportunity just to be, you know, an American. Like, what is so hard? You know, even uh, Biden came on and says, listen, you know, how he talks. He goes, we are American people. We do not discriminate. We do not, you know, hold anybody accountable. We are,
Well, no, we better hold people accountable.
well,
I'm just saying, no, we better be holding people accountable. That is
I mean, with all the stuff that's going on in the background, you got Jaleesa from the Epstein whole episode going crazy, and nobody's talking.
Joshua just commented your favorite line. It's like a movie.
Yeah, there we go. It's like a freaking movie, and we already know what's going on. Like it's literally like something that you've seen out of a movie. We already know what's going to happen right now, guys. I feel like I already know what's going to happen. And unfortunately, I feel like that is the worst outcome. Knowing we are people, human beings that actually care and want the same things in life. peace, love, and happiness. I'm pretty sure that's how everybody wants.
They
Unless,
do, unless they're Facebook agitators and they're from other countries. But
yeah.
those accounts went dormant yesterday. They put them on ice now. They don't need them right now.
Oh man. See, I just want to be in the Christmas spirit. Ceci was talking. I wore that same one against because I'm really honestly advocating for the Christmas spirit,
I
man.
love it, and it's that time of year. San
Yeah.
Martin, we talked about it on Monday, and that's like the biggest thing right now. Is when I was a kid, I met somebody that from another country that came over to visit, and when you ask them what is the most, when you see the American situation, the American, just America as a whole, they're like, what do you think of? And they said the most amazing thing is that we can have a peaceful election every 4 years and a peaceful transition of power. And that is extremely rare in the world because normally there's riots and uprising and governments overthrowing each other. And that is the one thing that they recognize that we have that the rest of the world doesn't. And regardless of what happens, we need to keep that. That's what we do. That's what makes us great. And so we just can't forget that is something that we cannot lose.
Yeah. Did you? I don't know. I hate to tell you, but did you see what went down in is going down in DC and all these other big towns? Like, okay, so everybody was prepared to go to their capital or their downtown to cause whatever disturbance that they are in need of for the election. And it seemed like they didn't even have that mindset. It was like, who was the winner? They just wanted to go down and cause
Cause
disruption,
trouble. Yeah.
and that's what's happening right now. And I'm so pleased to be in the area that we're in, where that kind of disturbance is not happening. And I feel like that's why I say, the day after election, we all go back to our normal. And once again, a lot of people are upset that a lot of Californians come here and they ruin this, they ruin that. They brought their California like lifestyle, which everybody, they think everybody in California is democratic. But don't get me wrong, it's ran by Democrats. But it's just like people want to live, and I feel that. I do see some people have like those mental like thoughts, and I'm just like, why are you acting like that? Why are you being that way? Why are you wanting that? So I don't know. It's just a weird year to be alive. I ain't lying, man. I'm sitting here like, wow.
It
I
is, and I was thinking about it last night. San Martin is it's when you have bad years and you have bad times, it really makes you appreciate the good times. And so, you know what that means is we've got some good times coming.
Well, I hope so, because this stuff right now going down is like literally poop. I'm gonna say poop, poop. Everybody, this is all poop. Wake up in the morning like, dear God, another day of us watching the election map.
Well, yeah, hopefully that's all resolved soon. So
Are we going to finally make it? We have Ryan. He woke me up early this morning with his text message. He goes, well, it's double overtime.
I think it's triple overtime. Today's day 3.
Okay, triple overtime. And
Yeah.
tell you what, guys, this is like, I literally did not watch sports this year. I didn't watch any movies really. I really just been like enthroned by what's been happening in the real world. Like, I don't need a freaking movie to get me excited right now. Mine, what do you call those things where you get like stimulated endorphins?
Yeah, real life is more interesting right now. It's got you on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, and I tell you what, it's definitely, it's taking its toll. It's taking its toll on a lot of people. So, I mean, guys, I don't know how to escape this reality that we're living in right now, which is really hard. But if you guys ever need anything, I'm here for you. Prescott Times is here for you. If you need any resource whatsoever, these things are still available for you. I know I can't be totally negative this whole message, but I'm just like, dear Lord, I woke up this morning. I'm like, okay, okay. Just give me a president. As an American, we're going to go ahead and follow, what we're supposed to be doing as American people. And this is the life that I know and appreciate. So I kind of want to just put that out there. If you guys need anything, I'm here for you. And then if not, we'll find you some resources because I know for a fact those resources are out
So
there.
I got to ask right now. We had talked about the whole before we wrap up the food box things. Are there food? We're coming up to the weekend. It's post-election now. There's about a bunch of uncertainty. Is there still having food box things happening?
Yes, on Saturday there will be another food drive up there at the mall, and then on Sunday, once again, Real Hope Inc. will have food boxes over there at Living Faith. There's always a food, guys. There, and then if you guys obviously don't want to wait for the weekend, they do these things called happy boxes over out there at Maya's um, um, in Prescott Valley on Robert Road, the store, and it's $50, and it comes with tons of stuff that it's just an amazing amount of food. The family put the food boxes together acknowledging that people are in need, and they're able to go ahead and provide these fresh produce, fresh things, non-perishable things, all in one box. And a lot of people have been stating that they've been sharing with their a few family members, a few friends. So this could be an actual positive thing for you guys. So if you guys want to head out there or follow Maya's, you're more than welcome to do so because they actually have a great deals going on out there. And that's a cool thing about Maya's is that they are giving back to the community, and they acknowledge what the community is in need of, and obviously food is one of them. So no kid should be able to go hungry with this capability of finding this type of inexpensive food. So, anyways, if you guys are in need, go out there during the week. They have those happy boxes going on a regular
Have
basis.
you ordered them before? They're awesome. You
I
can
have
split them with a family. They're so big.
I have not. Just acknowledging what comes in this, the regular boxes that they give out. I can only imagine what's in that food box. I mean, they actually put lists out of what's in that food box, and that right there alone, I'm just like, wow, that's pretty insane. Of what Mayas could actually help out with the community. I mean, it's
Yeah.
amazing what they do, and once again, is I feel like the food chain needs to not be just interrupted. So if you guys have to go ahead and like look at this first person I see on there, great happy box, thank you. So I'll go over what's in the happy box. Okay, so 21 hours ago, a happy box consists of one bag of grapes, four pumpkin seed bags, two bags of chocolate chip cookies, one box of chips, one bag of napkins, one bag of chocolate, four bags of butternut squash, 6 pounds of pinto beans, one CS of watermelon, one case of watermelon, one case of watermelon. Holy cow! I don't know if a case, CS. One bag of cat food, one CS of snacks, two bottles of jam, 10 pounds of spaghetti pasta, two bottles of juice, one CS of, what is CS? One CS of Earl Grey, 20 organic coconut chips, one bag of crackers, one bag of chicken strips, one jalapeno jelly, two boxes of Celestial, one CS of bread, one CS of yogurt. I don't know what CS means, guys. I'm so sorry. Uh, uh, one case, I'm going to say case, one case of fresh eggs, 4 pounds of red potatoes, one bag of fresh garlic, one case of frozen chicken meals. And it's cost $50 for your EBT, $52 cash, $55 debit or credit. And,
That's
and
that's pretty good. I mean, that's
a
incredible.
lot.
17.
That's a lot. I'm sitting
So
here
where would you put all that food? Like I said, we split it with a family, and it makes sense at that point, and we still had a lot of food.
and that's what you need to do is and literally share it with the family. And that's what it's all about. All right. Thanks,
Good.
Haley.
Yep.
See,
Hey, Kaylee says K's, and she's saying it's a ton of food. I agree. All right, San Martin, it is that time. It's past that time because we were so happy about the Happy Bucks.
yeah, happy, happy, happy. What were you saying?
Yep,
Yep.
yep, 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 yep. The guys from the Sesame Street.
We should
We
just
need
kept
right
it.
now. We need more. Yep, 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 yep. Less. Nope, 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 nope.
Okay, and once again, if you are still watching us and you are still are on our list of top fans, I have cards for you. Please message us. I need to get these cards out to you so you can go ahead and utilize them for what's to come for a lot of local businesses, nails, food, even for the Prescott Times. If you guys want to use it for advertisement, we have things ready for you guys. We do have some discounts over at the Desert Rose for the hair, facials, you name it, we have that ready for you guys. So with that being said, I am done. I am out of here. I'm going to go stress out with Ceci and have a beautiful day stressing out. Just kidding,
Yeah,
guys.
no,
Uh,
nobody stress out. Just live your
stress.
life, do your thing.
I mean, obviously, this is insane right now, but we will be back at it tomorrow morning for Friday. So please, if you want any more information or if you have anything that you want us to see put up, feel free to message us. And then once again, you can find us on a lot of pages now. As you know, we started the podcast. The podcast is now stretched out to places like Spotify, Google Podcast, iTunes podcast, Spotify podcast, and now we are on.
YouTube, come on, don't forget YouTube.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going through that list real quick, and we were actually trying to get in with the men out there that are working because you can't watch our beautiful faces. I know you guys men don't like that, but I'm just telling you, we're kind of beautiful people. But anyways, men could go ahead and put that into their earbuds, and then you guys could watch us live. So tell your guy friends, whatever, to that they can listen to us now on Spotify. But anyways, you could also watch us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, except Instagram is kind of weird right now. So sorry, Instagram folks. It's a little bit hard to do live when it doesn't give me an option. I don't know. It's just weird. So with that being said, peace, love, and happiness. Let it not be war. And remember, love